What's up? It's Cryptocurrency Rex, and let's get into our top story today. Oh my God. I don't know if this is true or not, but let's take a look. Elon Musk owns $5 billion of Bitcoin. Billion. That's a lot of Bitcoin, man. The founder of Skybridge Capital and former White House Director of Communications, Anthony Scaramucci, made a somewhat surprising statement. Elon Musk owns about $5 billion worth of Bitcoin personally and through his companies. So we know that he said Tesla purchased about $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. He also says that he, through SpaceX, some of his other companies, and personally, Elon Musk owns $5 billion of Bitcoin. It's a lot of billions. He further says, no living person has done more to protect the planet against climate change. The idea Elon Musk would invest in dirty asset is absurd, intimating that Bitcoin is not dirty because the future of Bitcoin mining is renewable energy. Elon Musk sees the future. Elon Musk is the future. That's my own personal commentary on that. Elon Musk sees that renewables replace fossil fuels. 2, Bitcoin demonetizes gold. Real estate, equities, art become the dominant store of value in addition to Bitcoin. So there you go. $5 billion. Not doing that very well. Billion. However he does that. As good as I get. Well, that's a lot of billions. All right. Well, there you go. Elon Musk, $5 billion of Bitcoin. Our next story is a twofer. Coinbase is delaying their listing, their initial public offering, from March to April. This is a big deal. They were valued at $100 billion. I think now they're valued at about 65 million. They just got off the Elon Musk billions. Coinbase was, estimated to be valued at 100 million, and now it's valued at somewhere around 68 million. Part of it, the reason is it's being investigated by the CFTC, and they've agreed to pay $6.5 million, which is nothing for Coinbase, because they were reported to have participated in wash trading, which is where they buy and sell in the same month. I think it had to do with electronic systems they had in place, and they were sort of manipulating the market, I guess, where they were buying and selling at the same time. And so that's a problem for Coinbase. So we'll see what happens. But right now they are delaying their listing, and they are being fined by the CFTC. And I believe it was something prior to Coinbase Pro using their old system, which I don't remember the name of. So there you go. It's delaying their listing until April. That's got to hurt. Ouch. What's next? In top alt news, Guy, here's his face and his video. Harmony, is it the one? Says that Harmony is the one. So I guess I sort of spoiled that one, didn't I? He says, and you can watch his video, he tells his 539,000 subscribers that the Sharding Protocol 1, the native asset of Harmony, is the one, according to Guy. He says it was built from the ground up to properly address the issues of scalability, security, decentralization, and also privacy. Harmony only requires that you have 10,000 coins to start staking, which at the time of writing will cost about $1,100. Harmony has gone up 20 times, 20x since January. And the best part is according to Guy, not me, this is not investment advice. There is still seems to be plenty of room for growth, given that one's market cap is currently sitting at around $1 billion. 74% of its supply in circulation. There's Guy. That's number one altcoin to watch. Number 2, analyst Nicholas Martin says he's buying 3 DeFi coins as the next altcoin cycle heats up. His 3 decentralized finance coins in preparation of the next altcoin hype cycle are 1, Uniswap, because you can provide your tokens and earn fees over time, and reduction of gas fees to practically nothing. Because of these 2 features, you have the ultimate exchange that the vast majority of users can use. Next coin on Merton's list is Stacks, STX, because it's going to allow people to lend and exchange Bitcoin in a liquid fashion and use Bitcoin as real money in different types of programmatic functionalities. So more utilization of Bitcoin. The last coin on Martin's list is Benchmark Protocol Mark, M-A-R-K. It's an elastic stablecoin that adjusts its supply based on a basket of fiat currencies and some other things. And there's periods of volatility in financial markets. There's more Mark in circulation or given to Mark holders to be able to provide more stability and liquidity out there in the market. So those are his top 3 coins to watch. Leader in digital currency investing, Grayscale, has 5 new altcoins they're adding to their platform for their investors. Of course, you have to have a minimum of $25,000 to invest with Grayscale. Grayscale's private placements are only available to accredited investors. Grayscale founder Barry Seibert announced the addition of the firm's new crypto trusts, which are now offering their clients exposure to BAT, which is BAT, Brave Browser, and Chainlink, which is LINK, Decentraland, Mana, MANA, decentralized data storage solution Filecoin, FIL, video streaming network LivePeer. So that's Brave Browser, Chainlink, Decentraland, Filecoin, and LivePeer, LPT. All 5 projects witnessed increases upon the news. Filecoin saw a dramatic 52% increase from $59 to $89 back on March 16th. Now, here's some more to watch because these have been registered projects, but they're not announced yet. Obviously, I'm going to announce it now, and here they are in writing, so it's not a super secret. Aave, Cardano, Cosmos, EOS, Monero, Uniswap, and Polkadot. So keep your eyes on those because they're coming soon to Grayscale near you. Currently, Grayscale allows investors exposure to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash for whatever reason, Ethereum Classic, Horizon, Litecoin, Stellar Lumens, and Zcash. And now they're just jumping in with all kinds of other opportunities for them to sneak a little extra money off of their investors and do for them what they could do for themselves if they wanted to, which is just buy all these directly. But Grayscale is helping these accredited investors and smaller investors with $25,000 to pay Grayscale to handle it for you. What's next? Hey, that seems super obvious to all of us, but maybe somebody else didn't really understand that. Or maybe another way to look at it is another reason to ask yourself, why the heck is Bitcoin not at $100,000 already? Deutsche Bank says Bitcoin is too big to ignore after shattering the $1 trillion market cap. Another bank now looking closely at cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is now saying, yeah, they just can't ignore it. Yeah, that's true. Researchers at Deutsche Bank said that Bitcoin's rise above the $1 trillion mark proves the leading cryptocurrency is here to stay. At least for this foreseeable future, they had to add. They say Bitcoin should continue to rise based on, in part, on its adoption among institutional investors. And then they go on to explain how Bitcoin's history since 2017, which I'll go ahead and reiterate for you right here. At the beginning of 2017, Bitcoin prices were below $1,000 per coin. In December of this same year, Bitcoin reached nearly $20,000. Then came the fall. By February 2018, the price had dropped to $7,000. Prices surged from $4,900 in March 2020 to hit a new high of $60,000 recently. One of the most important factors driving Bitcoin's increased demand was the entrance of hedge funds and other institutional investors. And then they go on to say, the acceptance of crypto assets among millennials is one of the big reasons why Bitcoin should continue to rise. They polled a bunch of older people, apparently. I don't know what age group that is exactly, but they say the older people we surveyed had fears about cryptocurrencies. They found them harder to understand, believe they create volatile financial bubbles like the dot-com bust, and saw them as low liquidity financial instruments. A third of those surveyed, of the older people, had no idea how cryptocurrencies worked, and 40% had only a partial understanding, which, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that is kind of the way it is. The older generation, this isn't like a second or third language to them. When you get to like millennials grew up with this stuff and they're like very much into adoption of cryptocurrencies, have no problem at all. So I guess based on that alone, you can expect to see the cryptocurrency market and cryptocurrencies rise and build and grow. And the older people are now getting involved in it a little bit, through companies like Grayscale, right? They give them access to it and they're learning more about it, even though most older people I talk to have no idea what cryptocurrency is or Bitcoin or how it works, but they are hearing about it quite a bit. This is pretty recent too. By contrast of the older people, around a third of millennials believe that cryptocurrencies are replacing cash and credit or debit cards, according to the Deutsche Bank exclusive survey of over 4,700 people in the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and South Korea. I think that number sounds a little low to me. A third of millennials believe that cryptocurrency is going to be replacing cash, credit, or debit cards. I think it's probably higher than that, actually. 4,700 seems like a small sample, actually. I think they sort of nailed it with the older people, and I think they're a little low on the millennials. So Deutsche Bank feels like cryptocurrencies is here to stay, probably. And older people don't really understand it, but millennials believe that it's going to grow and expand. I think the takeaway here is that Deutsche Bank, another giant bank, is looking closely at Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I'm sure in a very short time, we're going to hear them recommending them to all of their customers and trying to find some way to cash in on this Bitcoin explosion. Okay, what's next? Okay, at this point, now I want to just give you a little bit of actual financial advice. This is financial advice where I'm not actually a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. And probably nothing I say should be taken as financial advice, but I'm going to give you a little. Here's the way that I invest in cryptocurrency: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Decentraland, Chainlink, whatever I'm investing in. The way I do it, and I'll just give you my secret for investing in altcoins and Bitcoin, in case you have any interest. It's pretty simple. Basically, I wait until it hits a new high, and then I watch it. And when it comes down and crashes, then I know it will probably, at least I feel, it will probably go back up to whatever that high was at some point, especially Bitcoin. So whatever new high Bitcoin hits, I know it'll probably go up to that point at some point in the future. I never sell, I just buy and hold. And so I will watch it. And when it drops, then I'll buy it. And let's say it'll drop to a point, and then I'll watch it once it stops dropping, and then I'll wait and I'll buy it anywhere between that point and the next high, because I know it'll probably go up. I feel like it will probably go up to at least where the high was at some point, put any cash I have out of fiat and into Bitcoin. And then there's other projects that I might just have an interest in. I'll find altcoins I like based on research and listening to other YouTubers and just hearing more and more about projects. And then I'll buy a little bit. I'll just wait until it hits a new high, and then I'll let it crash, and then I'll buy in. And that piece of information was sponsored by the like button. If you like this video and like this information and feel like others might like it too, in order to help me and the channel grow, it would be much appreciated if you would hit the like button, and that would allow me to continue making videos. So if you don't like these kind of videos, go watch cat videos or dog videos or honey badger videos, because we all like those, because those are awesome. I like watching those. But if you like watching this kind of stuff, which is, basically current news on Bitcoin and altcoins as quickly as I can find them, then go ahead and hit the like button. Also, the subscribe button is another thing that you could hit or just gently tap. That's it for this sponsored piece. What's next? A little bit of surprising news. Survey shows that 74% of U.S. accredited investors are likely to invest in Bitcoin this year, which is not the surprising part. What is kind of surprising is down here. A recent survey shows that a vast majority of accredited investors, which I guess, they are accredited, so of course they're a little higher level of investor than your average investor, but they intend to buy Bitcoin during 2021. It doesn't say all the other altcoins, it says Bitcoin. So this is from the Singapore-based firm CrossAngle, surveyed 379 U.S. accredited investors. 379 is not a huge sample, but of the 379 U.S. accredited investors that were surveyed, they found that 87% have heard of Bitcoin. Okay, that actually sounds like a low figure. I would think they would all have heard. As an accredited investor, you would expect them all to have heard of Bitcoin. 87% heard about Bitcoin. 70% have invested in Bitcoin before. It doesn't say whether they actually sold off or backed out at some point. Only 27.2% of those who had not invested in Bitcoin would consider it. So only 27.2% of those who had not invested in Bitcoin would consider it. All right. 67% of that sample had invested in altcoins. 74% are likely to invest in Bitcoin in the next year. So of the 379 U.S. accredited investors, 74% will invest or are likely to invest in Bitcoin this year. 67% know about DeFi. They know what decentralized finance is. 90% are likely to invest in decentralized finance. Some interesting numbers. What's next? And here's something I want you to do so I can get this credit card news. Blockfi has an actual Visa that they're going to be offering, and everything you spend on it, you get 1.5% back in Bitcoin. So it's a regular crappy Visa, just like all the other ones, just like the ones you've got in your wallet right now. I don't know what they charge you, but I'm sure it's a lot. Just assume it's terrible. But the idea is, you use it for everything you normally purchase, or you can put it on a credit card that you also can pay off at the end of the month prior to being charged some sort of exorbitant interest rate on it. And then every dime you spend on it, you get 1.5% back in Bitcoin. So instead of just getting crappy air miles or something like that you can't really even use right now, you get Bitcoin, which becomes, instead of just getting fiat-based percentage back, like I have credit cards where I get, it's not much, but it's I get some sort of reward, and I always take it in cash or put it into my bank account and then convert it to Bitcoin. Anyhow, I guess sort of works the same way. But this one actually is a regular Visa, and it looks kind of cool. Check it out right there. There it is. The Blockfi Visa. It has the actual Bitcoin logo on it, which I think is kind of cool. When you go into a store and you use it, they'll look at it and say, is this Bitcoin? But it's not, it's actual fiat currency. So there you go. You can go on, there's a link in the description in this video. I'm on the wait list. And so what you do is if you tell people about it or use the link, then it puts me further and further up the wait list or down the wait list. I'm like number 4,000 something. I started out as number 117,000, but I only told one or two people about it. And right away I got dropped pretty low, pretty quick. Use the link, and then you just sign up for the wait list. You put in your, I'll do it right now. Here, let's see. There you go. You put in your first name and your email address. That's it. And you join the wait list, and that's all they ask for. And now you're on the wait list. And as soon as I get it, I'll show it to you. And then I'll spend some money on it. We'll watch it together and see how it goes. So there you go. Go get yourself some Bitcoin Visa, Bitcoin back reward card. What's next? And everybody wants a piece of the NFT gravy train. Painting by avant-garde master Baronoff Rossini, or Rossini, I don't know how to say his name, is being auctioned off as an NFT. Now, I believe he's dead, but the family of Vladimir Baronoff Rossini will be releasing a collection of 1,000 print drops, 3 digitized NFT auction pieces, and 1 hybrid NFT physical painting auction set to send the highest bidder both a physical Baronoff Rossini original painting as well as an NFT image of the work. Well, it's good to see they're not just digitizing all the paintings and then burning the paintings like we've seen in other NFT nonsense. But this one, the family of Vladimir is just pissing all over themselves, probably to cash in on this NFT craze as quickly as possible. The grandson, also named Vladimir, said that the physical art blockchain mashup fits well with the Russians' legacy. So there you go. NFT is for me, and everybody whoever did anything is now going to be jumping into the NFT craze, or shall we call it a bubble? Let's see where this one goes. Okay, what's next? Pesos suck compared to Bitcoin or even dollars. So here's the history of the peso over the last year compared to the dollar. Second quarter of 2020, the peso was 1 million pesos to a dollar. In the third quarter, the Argentine peso was 1.5 million pesos to the dollar. In the fourth quarter, Argentine peso was 2 million pesos to the dollar. Currently, it is somewhere close to 3 million pesos to the dollar. And because everybody got locked up and realized that everything in the world is now virtual, they have all begun investing in cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and turning their pesos into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and stable coins. And that is going to massively change Argentina and the way that these wonderful people are able to maintain their wealth by converting it into Bitcoin. Okay, what's next? I want a piece of that sweet IPO money, but I think my property is worth way more than it actually is. Kraken is considering going public in 2022, but CEO Jesse Powell said that $10 billion is way too low of a valuation. He continues, $10 billion is way too low. I would not have an interest in issuing shares at that price. They feel like the value for Kraken is $20 billion. Next to go on the exchange is Crypto.com, not to be outdone, and they are thinking about going public in 2023. So I think this is something we can expect to see a lot of in the coming years, especially depending on how Coinbase goes. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like or a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. So as we say in the cryptocurrency space, we'll see you at the top or from the top. Hopefully, we'll see you